There are two things I'm going to do to address my conversion problem that I have at my agency. So the first thing is content. For a while, I was able to get a lot of engagements and, to be honest, build the majority of my business on here. However, my LinkedIn got suspended 6 months ago for 6 months, and I was only able to get it back recently. Unfortunately, it's becoming very, very obvious that my LinkedIn is now shadow banned. The performance on my post is ridiculously low, but nevertheless, that's not gonna make me shy away from posting content, and I'm gonna tell you why I think this is so valuable. If you've never heard of me before, my name is Xavier Caffrey. I run OneAway. OneAway is primarily a cold email agency where we use Clay to build complex workflows to find you exactly who you want to target and reach out to them at scale. It's becoming too obvious and impossible for me to ignore is that whether it's for us or our clients, we're able to get leads, but we're struggling to convert them. And there are two things that stand out to me that we're actually doing right now to try to improve our conversion rate so we can obviously make more money for ourselves and for our clients. First thing, I'm not going to show on this video because I think that what I'm about to say merits its own video, is warm calls. So I hired an appointment setter, and within his first day, I already booked a meeting with one of the interested leads that we got. And it just makes sense when you keep in mind two stats. First stat is only 3% of the market is ready to buy from you. And then the second stat, it takes 10 to 15 touch points for a B2B buyer to book a meeting with you. So it goes a lot deeper than just sending one cold email. That is for another video. For today's video I want to talk about the content piece. And this is my attempt to solve content problem, because content, what it does is it builds trust. So let's say if I were to get a cold email from anyone and then I'm interested, like this looks interesting. Naturally, I'm going to follow my curiosity and I'm going to search you up. So if I search up my profile, and this is why even though I'm shadow banned right now, when I say I'm shadow banned, like I really mean it. Like something is seriously wrong. This has 56 impressions, 198, 151, 322. That's my craziest post. And then if we go back to before I got banned, let's look at this: 1800 to 2400, 5000, 4000, 1800. The difference is quite big. But regardless, what I'm about to say will stay true, is that if someone now is interested in me or my company and they search me up, I want to make sure that something is still there for them to consume. Even if it's not getting a lot of attention, the fact that they can read things that I put out there is really valuable. So I want to make sure that I stay on top of it as much as possible. And I recently hired a contractor to help us with content, and this is the system that I built for them. Everything starts in Notion. That's number one. I use Notion for a lot of things, and for content, this is a no-brainer. First thing is ideas. So a lot of people struggle with content because they don't know what to talk about. This is my attempt to make sure that is never a problem. First thing is newsletters. Subscribe to newsletters that are in your field, as these people usually have their entire focus and full time on posting really valuable content in your niche, and they push it out via email all the time. So that's a gold mine for ideas. Feature announcements. For a company like ours, because we're an agency and we implement so many tools, if there's a new feature that came out from one of the tools that we use aggressively, it makes sense to talk about it. New GPT feature, new Claude feature, new Notion feature, YouTube transcripts. By far my favorite hack to come up with content. So if you go on clay.com, Clay has an enrichment to transcribe YouTube videos. What I like to do is, if I want to get an idea or if I want to turn a video into a piece of content, then I just paste the link of the YouTube video. So you just simply paste the YouTube video. As you can see, I've done it a lot of times. And then you run the transcript enrichment, and then boom. Now what you can do is you can copy all of this, paste it into your LLM of choice, and then ask it to come up ideas from it or to turn it into multiple LinkedIn posts and so on. Another one, competitor LinkedIn post. There's plenty of people that you're competing with. They are very smart as well. You're not the smartest cookie in the jar. So like, take ideas from them, be inspired by them. Other one is partner post. So for us, we have partners that we work with, Clay being one of them, Instantly is another one, Zapmail is our third one. But we're very picky with who we decide to partner with. We don't want to be known as the agency that partners with every tool out there. In order to keep a good relationship with a partner, usually we have to make content about them once a month and vice versa. Then another really underrated idea hub is your transcripts from your sales calls or your internal teams calls. And then finally, older posts. So what happens after? We're going to take all of those resources and we're going to start drafting content. Now, what type of content are we going to draft? Everyone's going to have a different way to do this. For me, I realized these 4 types, and I'll be honest, I have a feeling that I'm going to probably increase the types when when this becomes much bigger. But for now, the types are educational. So like how-tos, top 10 tricks, stuff like that. You're teaching basically. Lead magnet, you're giving away something in order to hit virality. So actually one post I want to highlight that I think is really cool is Ali's post. Ali works at I One Away. And as you can see, Ali's not active online, right? Now, Ali tried to first post a lead magnet post that we wrote with him. It did pretty well, did really well. But then when we did it again, look at this, 167 and 517 comments. I would say that's a huge success. And he did that without being consistent on LinkedIn. And that's because with lead magnets, when you do a good job, when you have a good hook, and a good visual, it's hard to mess it up, to be honest. So lead magnet is a big one. Personal stories, I think, are really, really good. I want to give a shout out to these guys. The boys at workflows.io, I'm a big fan of them, Dan and Fivos, and I saw their new employee. This is just the perfect post. The reason is because the hook is insanely strong. The picture is connected to the story, and it's a personal story that he does a really good job at connecting it to business. And LinkedIn just loves that. Twitter loves that as well. So personal stories, really powerful. And last but not least is social proof. We are in the business of making money here, and we want to remind people that we're good at what we do. So showing them things that we've done, I think, is super valuable, even if it doesn't get a lot of likes. If someone scrolls through like an interested buyer and they see that, that can result into cash. And then lastly, the expectation is to have 5 LinkedIn posts per week per person on our team, 5 Twitter posts per week per person on our team. The people that we want them to post are the ones that are exposed to client fulfillment. So for now, that would be 6 people in total. So 6 people, 6 times 10, 60 per week, 120 bi-weekly, so 240 per month. That is the ultimate goal that I have for next month. And this is what a split would kind of look like. On Monday, lead magnet, Tuesday, educational, Wednesday, social proof, Thursday, story time, so like personal story, and Friday is educational again. Now, maybe you're wondering, how can we get this done and how can we pump this much content? I'm going to show you some examples of what Notion AI's content can do. You can read this together. 68% of your cold emails are landing in spam right now and you have no idea. Here's how to audit your cold email deliverability in 15 minutes. You can pause the video and you can read all of this if you want, but we did not write this. Okay, this is why I'm such a big fan now of Notion AI, because when used right, it can streamline so much of your work. And the way to do it is by gathering and building agents, okay? But essentially, you build a master prompt, okay? This is one of Notion's recent releases, and we've been using it quite a lot. The user experience is also pretty straightforward. You go to Notion AI, you click on Personalize, you pick the page that is the prompt that you put together, right? So in this case, I have LinkedIn Content Copywriter. And then, very important, Notion will always have this set to auto. If you're doing this for copywriting, for content, use Claude. And then it will always ask me, who is this post for? So if I say, help me draft a LinkedIn post about the importance of doing cold email at a B2B tech company in 2025. An idea is I hired a social media person to do this because I don't want my team to have to worry about this. I want my team to just basically spit out ideas or chat with my contractor, and my contractor will use the fact that Notion AI is connected to all of our workspace, all of our transcriptions, all of our emails, all of our Slack channels to make content from it. So you'll see I've always trained the AI to ask me, who is this post for? So I can answer just with you here on the call. So I'm going to say it's for founders at B companies that haven't tried cold email and are skeptical. And then where are they in their journey? They are very early in their journey. And what's their current belief about cold email? They think it's spammy. Okay. Now, as this is cooking up, to kind of do a full circle moment of why I'm doing this is because I really want to be everywhere as much as possible. My job as a founder right now is to make YouTube videos like this. So then you can find me on YouTube. But also my job as a founder right now at my agency is to help my team with content. So that if you're in that 3% and you're ready to buy, I want to be able to be competing with the big boys. So I want you to like think of it like this. Like I have cold email running all the time. I have content on LinkedIn and Twitter pumping out all the time. I have content on YouTube pumping out like once or twice a week. And then I have an appointment setter that's calling anyone that is consuming any of those things and is showing intent to want to work with us. So I think as I become a bit more mature in this like business, I'm not interested in just selling cold email. I'm really interested in the full picture. Like, how can we really help you capture the attention of the 3%? I think that's the magic number. Like, how can we make sure that when that 3% is ready to buy, you are as ready as possible. Okay, let's have a look. It will always come up with two versions. Cold emails bad, cold emails spamming. Here's the difference. Let me read the other hook. Cold emails dead. I hear this from founders every week, and I get it. Inbox is dumpster fire. So I'm gonna say I'm not the biggest fan of those hooks. Can you try again? Please keep in mind I'm not giving it much. Usually I'm giving it a transcript or something like that. But let's see what it does. So this is really cool. It's asking itself the questions I told it to ask. One copywriting trick is, can I visualize it? And see, it did a great job here. So we sent 47,000 cold emails in the last 6 months. Average reply rate 23%. Zero spam complaints. Here's what early stage founders get wrong about cold. This is so much better. I like version 1 a lot. I don't like version 2. I can say here, look, version 1 is great. I'm just going to say schedule it for me. So for Xavier, for this Friday. Now, this is not going to schedule it directly because I already got suspended on LinkedIn. I don't want to use any automations if I can avoid. I want to show you something in the workflow. It's really important to make sure that the post is as optimized as possible. So it's searching my content calendar. It's viewing the dates. It's now creating the page. Beautiful. We're almost done, guys. Like, stay in. If your attention span is long enough, good job. You're better than most humans on this earth. But there's one tiny piece that I want to show you that I did. And if you like something like this, let me know. I'm happy to share some of the process with you. So boom, created. So now it knows that it's to be scheduled, which is great. But now I'm going to request a design. So if I click on this and I click continue, I'm not going to do it, but it will send automatically a message to my designer, who now I trust and is really good. And I will leave a comment of what I want, a carousel or infographic. And then the designer will he has access to all of this. And based on this, he will create a visual, which we will then paste in here to make sure that everything is organized. And then we will tag the person. So in this case, it's me assigned to Xavier. So we'll tag them again, be like, hey, the post is ready. Go schedule it. And that's how I plan on having 240 pieces of content every single month at our current head count. If the number goes down, it goes down of like people. If the number of people goes up, this shouldn't change because a lot of this content, as you can see also here, evergreen, so it can be recycled. That's my approach on trying to improve our conversion rate. I really want to gain people's trust more. Hopefully we can even be featured on some of these ChatGPT answers, which I don't think has happened to us once so far. I'm also speaking a bit like this because I have 2 of my friends working here, so I don't want to be too loud and bother them. But if you like this video, definitely leave a comment, let me know what else you'd like to see. And a quick reminder is we do run an agency. We are in the business of helping you generate more leads. If you're interested in us helping you out, feel free to book a meeting with either myself or one of my team members at oneaway.io. Thank you for your time and see you in the next one. Ciao.